yesterday was my husband and I's 20th anniversary. We're out to dinner. We meet these guys. They're traveling for work. And they're funny. They're really funny. And one is like basically telling us that he has an open marriage. And they're talking about how they pick up girls and when they travel. It was just funny. And I'm like, yeah, you do you. And then inevitably they ask, and what do you do for a living? And Eric was like, oh God. And I said, well, I'm a couples counselor. The guy who had told me he was married, but it was kind of open, but he kind of wasn't happy, just like puts his face in his hands. And I said, I'm not judging you. And his friend was like, does this reaction happen a lot when you tell people what you do? I said, yes. I said, I think it's because people think I'm judging them and they're projecting their own judgment of themselves onto me. I'm not judging. What do I know about your life? I'm probably the least likely person to judge what you have going on. But then, not that long after that, head in his hands guy says, just in the middle of a sentence, that I don't believe in therapy. I was like, what does it mean when people say that? Is it like you don't believe in Santa Claus? Is it like you don't believe in the tooth fairy? I feel like my profession is sometimes put in the same category as psychics. Like there's no scientific foundation for it. Not that some psychics wouldn't disagree with that. But like that I didn't have training for this, or didn't go to school for 8 years, or I'm like, what does that mean? Am I like a mermaid? A narwhal? No, they're real. Yeah, I'm like a narwhal. We're real, but just because you haven't seen one doesn't mean it's not cool.